Hello and welcome to another official map guide episode. Ever wondered where to go on the map to help your team win? Well, here is how. Today we'll cover handy strategies and key positions on Karelia in the standard battle mode. Let's go! Karelia in general is a very open map with a lot of different kinds of terrain that offer possibilities to almost all different kinds of vehicles. So whatever vehicle you spawn in, you should find a spot for yourself. Basically speaking, the map can be divided in this marshy swamp area here in the middle that has a lot of bushes and also some stones that offer cover to single directions. Then, in the southeast, you have this very prominent and very important hill position, more about that later. In the northwest, you also have a sort of elevated area. Roughly speaking, you can sort of draw an axis from the top left to the bottom right. That one will roughly mirror the map. And obviously in the bottom left and the top right corners you have the respective spawns. Should your team not be in control of the hill, then you can try spotting from that middle area here onto the hill where the enemy tanks are very likely to be, so your tank destroyers from the base will be able to shoot at them. Also from these rocks here in the north, you also have good shots onto the hill, so always try to stay alive and provide good vision for your team. As a medium tank from either side, it is very important to study both lineups during the beginning of the battle, because this will determine if you can rush towards the southeastern positions here and try to take the hill, or whether you need to stop at the corner here and try to do a shot or two onto the enemy tanks rushing on towards the hill, and then possibly relocating either towards the base to shoot onto the hill or even towards the northwestern positions, whether you can then try to secure this position for your team or you stop a bit early and try to deal damage onto tanks crossing. Alternatively, if from the start as a medium tank you think you cannot take the hill, then you can also try heading northwest immediately and possibly taking crossfire positions through which you can punish enemy tanks driving towards the northwest. If you're spawned in a slow heavy tank, we suggest driving towards the southeast and start trading either at the corners here, or you can also take those outside positions if you have a good turret. You should only do that though if the enemy has 1 or 0 artillery. If you meet little resistance, you can even try advancing to the enemy's corner, or you can try taking the hill yourself. As a mobile heavy tank, you're also faced with a choice. Either you can try to help your medium tanks to get onto the hill, or if you judge the lineups to be unfavorable for your team to do that, then you can also try rushing directly towards the northwestern corner to secure this position, because map control is better than nothing. If you spawned in a mobile TD, you can try to immediately go and hide behind those sneaky rocks in both F0 and also K7. There you have hard and soft cover, and you can try to punish the enemy tanks going on top of the hill. If no targets present themselves, this means that you can try to shoot the opposing rocks. But be careful. Obviously, as you can try to do that, the enemy will attempt the same. With slower TDs, you can either try to stay in the base to provide those crucial shots onto the hill to make your team win that position, or if you've got a lot of armor, you can also try to relocate to the corners in the southeast and basically start trading like a heavy tank. Should the enemy win the northwestern flank, then you should reposition yourself a bit in the base, so basically you will be able to cover that approach as well. Self-propelled guns are advised to first locate themselves behind their own cap. But as always, relocation and reaction to the flow of battle and the state of things on the minimap is mandatory. By the way, as the hill is such an important position on the map, if your team controls it, that will open up a lot of options for you, especially if you're in a light or a fast medium tank. For example, you can try to go here to D4 and from there provide spots basically onto the whole of the northwestern part of the map, and then try to farm them and control all of them. If no targets present themselves or the enemies simply don't want to move, then you can also try to go to these positions here and try to outspot the enemy base, and your allies on the hill should be able to capitalize on that. That is all you need to know to get started on Karelia Commanders. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that bell icon to get notified of further map guide videos. Roll out!